Hi everyone, my name is PJ and we're going to do a Pilates class today. 40 to 45 minutes. All you need is a mat. Maybe grab yourself a bottle of water and keep it close by. Maybe a towel if you need for your sweat. Or hopefully we don't sweat that much. But if you want to roll it up under your knees or your wrist. So let's begin. We're going to start with just a little breathing. So start with your feet directly underneath your knees. You want to stack your hips, knees, and ankles in the same line. And while you're at it, lift those shoulders up and drop the shoulders down, trying to align all those joints. Now, draw your belly button in, lift the chest slightly up, and start with that breath in through your nose and out through the mouth. And while you're doing the first couple, just keep breathing. And what you want to focus on with the inhale is that your rib cage is not completely opening and closing. So you want to take it all the way down to the top part of your belly. Take another breath in and let it out. Just give me one more and let it out. So throughout the class, focus on that breath. Continue with the inhale and the exhale. I will remind you as many times as I can throw it in along with other cues, but if you don't hear me saying the inhale, exhale, you go ahead and still breathe in and out. Let's roll the shoulders. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press down. Let's do it again. Good. One more time. Excellent. And let's roll it forward. Inhale, exhale, lower. And exhale, lower. One more. Good. And let's slowly rotate your head to one side. And come back to the center. Rotate your head to the other side. So work on that inhale and exhale. If you find that you want to exhale as you are rotating the head, then go ahead and do that. Inhale when you come back. And again, exhale as you rotate. Inhale when you come back. Let's do it one more time. Good. Over to the other side. Working with that breath. And back to the center. Let's lower the chin down to your chest. Good. Lift up. And let's take your head all the way back. Good. So let's keep going. And when you drop your chin down to your chest, make sure you're not doing this. You're not leaning forward. You want to be here. And you're dropping your chin down to your chest. Lift your head up, drop that head back. So you're getting the stretch in the front and back of your neck. Let's do it one more time. And lift up and drop it back. Good. And come back to the center. We're going to take your feet a little bit wider now. We're going to soften at your knees and give me a little circle with your hip. So just circle it out, drawing the belly button in. Just rotate. And honestly, if you feel silly, that's okay. You might. But I want you to warm up through every joint. So we don't want to feel any kind of pain. And usually with Pilates, you should feel longer and leaner and not tighter. You should be loose. Let's change directions. So going back to the other direction. Good. Keep that belly button drawn into your spine. Good. Try not to lean forward. Give me one more. And go as slow as you can, or you want to pick up a little speed. That's up to you. Bring the feet back in. Good. Now we're going to slowly walk your knees up. Just lift your knees so that they come as high as at least your hip or your waist, whatever works. If it comes as high as your chest, that's awesome. Go ahead and do that because we're warming up those legs. Good. Now, while you're walking them, see if you can start pointing your toes down. Point your toes down. Excellent. For 4 and 3 and 2. Now let's hold this last one up, toes pointing down. If you need to hold on to a wall or a chair, go ahead. Point your toe down. Now flex your foot. Point it down. Flex your foot. One more. Good. Hold it here. Rotate that ankle. Now, if you feel like you get wobbly, don't worry about it. Focus on something that's not moving. Good. Lower that leg down. Let's switch legs. Good. Find your balance. Lift it up. Toes point down. Flex your foot. Point it down, flex your foot, point it down, flex and hold. See if you can circle that ankle, maybe 3 circles, one direction, then change it up. Excellent. Let's put it down, shake your legs out. Now we're going to just work on those inner outer thighs just to warm up. So let's take your legs as wide as you can. Good. Now from your waist, you want to just hinge forward from your hip joint. And keep your back as flat as you can. Good. Now holding it here, see if you can find your breath and lower your chest down, trying to keep it as straight as you can. Make sure your knees are soft, and then now release your hands to take it as far down as you can. Not everyone is that flexible. That includes me. You go as far as you can. At this point, just make sure your shoulders are relaxed. You want to touch down just a little bit. You're not this far out. Try to be just underneath your chest when you're here. Good. We're going to bend your left knee. I want you to bend that left knee. Shift your weight to that left side, and your right leg is completely straight. Take your hands on top of your thighs. Now, see if you can drop your chest down. Keeping your butt where it is, lift your chest up. Good. Inhale to lower, and exhale to lift. Good. One more time. Inhale to lower, and exhale to lift. Hold. Good. Take it back, and we're going to switch legs. So we're going to go over to your right side, bend your right knee, straighten out your left leg. When your left leg is straight, make sure your foot is down as well. So don't try to roll over to the inside. Make sure you're on that whole foot. Good. Keep your hands on top of your thighs. Drop your chest down. Now lift your chest up. Work with that breath. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Do one more. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Beautiful. Let's come all the way back to the center. Lower your hands down. Maybe you'll find yourself going a little deeper now. Good. Pushing your hips back. Now from here, you're going to roll yourself up, articulating that spine, really rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Let's bring your feet back in and shake it out. Good work. So that was a little warm up, and you're going to warm up as you go along, but we're going to go to the back of your mat, and I'm only going to do one walkout. We're going to go right into a plank. So we're going to start right here. Inhale and exhale, hinge forward. Keep your legs straight but not locked, or you can bend your knees. If it's too difficult, you're going to bend your knees a little bit. Try to take it all the way down and then walk your hands. Now, when you're here, you're going to walk your hands all the way. You can keep your legs straight, or you can come down onto your knees if it's too difficult and relax the feet. You do not want to be here with your bum back. So your bum is right here, but you want to be in a nice straight line. Good. Let's hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower your knees down. Relax here. Come down onto your forearms. Good. Breathe right here. Now you could stay here, or if you want a little tougher, tuck your toes under and lift up. Give me another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Excellent. Relax your feet. Bring your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Now lift your chest up into an upward facing dog. Good. Drop back into a child's pose, keeping your arms as far forward as you can. Good. Come on to a tabletop position. Now I reminded you of the towel. This is the time. If you find it's too difficult for your knees, you're going to put a towel underneath. Or if it's too difficult for your wrist, you could also fold your mat up. So whatever works for you. We start with a little bit of cat-cow. So you're going to scoop your belly in and round your spine. And lower your belly down. Tailbone pushes away. Look forward. Let's do a couple more of those. Round your spine. And I like to inhale as I round my spine. And exhale to lower. And arch that back. But you can do it reverse. Doesn't matter as long as you work with that breath. Inhale, round. And exhale, arch. Good. And come back into a neutral spine. Your neutral spine is where your belly is tucked in. And you're right here, not putting all your weight on your wrist, not all on the back, just all the way in the center. Good. This is for later on, but for right now, we're gonna turn around and take a seat. Now find yourself, and sometimes you might need a little cushion for your lower back, and go ahead, you can roll up that towel and put it there. Just make sure it's not too high, that when you roll back, your hips are gonna be lifted. We don't want that too much. Just as a cushion would be fine. Now we're gonna lift up right here, inhale, flatten out the back, lower the shoulders down. As you exhale, I want you to tuck your tailbone in, round your spine. Good, right here. Now, if it's possible for you, release the hands to the side. We're gonna roll down a little bit at a time. So go for 5, 4, 3, 2, head comes down last, and bring your hands on either side of your hips. Walk your feet closer. Normally you want your feet directly, so your heels are directly underneath your knees. From here, I want you to rotate your head side to side. If you felt any tension, at any point you feel this, go ahead and come back to that stretch. Now we're gonna hold it here. We're gonna inhale and exhale, lift your head, your neck, and your shoulders and your palms off the mat. Good, you're gonna feel the top part of your belly. Lower yourself down. We're gonna do our Pilates prep. Now, for your Pilates 100, if you need, you're gonna put one hand behind your back, head, and lift up and pump only with one hand. So it depends how you feel. If you have a sore neck, lower yourself down. We're gonna do 2 more preps like that. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, lift, head, neck, and shoulders. You're looking at the top part of your knees. Inhale, lower down. Just one last time. Exhale, lift up, and inhale, lower down. So for your Pilates 100s, you can have your feet down. There's a couple of positions. You can have your feet down. You can have your feet up at tabletop position, or you can have your feet all the way, legs all the way up. When you're here, see if you can bring your heels together, toes apart, squeeze your inner thighs in, and hold it in this position. Now, if you're really advanced, you're gonna lower your legs down to about 45 degrees. That is challenging. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through each level. You don't have to, you pick your level and you can stay there. But I'm gonna start with my feet on the floor. For those of us that are very beginner, you're gonna go right here. Now, inhale at the bottom. Make sure you don't have a huge arch in your back or you're pressing your back down. Very neutral on that spine. Exhale, lift up. Good, hands on either side. We're gonna start pumping. So we inhale for 5 counts and exhale for 5 counts. Inhale for 5 counts and exhale for 5 counts. I'm gonna bring my feet up to tabletop. Inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. Again, inhale for 5. Really squeeze that belly. Exhale for 5. If you start getting tired, you can put your head down and then come back up. I'm gonna bring my feet up. Inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. Inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. I'm gonna lower my feet down. You don't have to. Inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. Inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. For the last breath, I want you to come up. See if you bring it at the most comfortable position and exhale for 5. Bend your knees, hug those knees, lower your head down, give it a little side to side. Same thing with your head, a little side to side. Good work, guys. Good work. Excellent. Now we're gonna lift up. Bring your left knee in, extend your right leg out.
Inhale, bring it in. So when you're here, your right hand is gonna be on your left knee, left hand on that left ankle. We're gonna inhale here, exhale, switch. Now I'm lowering my opposite leg all the way down. You could be right here. It's completely up to you. Let's go. Inhale and exhale. 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 Let's give me 2 more. Good. One last one. Beautiful. Let's lower the head down. Every time you come down, give yourself a little side to side, releasing tension from your neck. So I don't want you walking out here, out of this class and feeling that I got a sore neck. We don't want that. We're gonna go right into a single leg stretch. So lift your head and shoulders up. One leg straightens out. You're gonna hold it at your calf. Extend your right leg out to wherever you feel comfortable. We're gonna inhale here. Exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Good. Keep switching as long as you're breathing for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend those knees, rest your head. And I suggest you rest every single time for a few seconds. Give your neck a little break, unless you have super strong muscles there. Good. Lift your head and shoulders up. We're going into our double leg stretch. So we're going to inhale, extend your arms, extend your legs, straighten them out as much as you can. Exhale, circle your arms, tap your heels, bend your knees. Inhale, exhale, circle and tap. Now you can go down with your head, circle and lift back up, or keep your head and shoulders off if you want to work a little harder. Inhale, exhale, circle. One more. Inhale, exhale, circle, lower the head and shoulders down. Good. So the last part for your ab series, take your hands behind your head. This time you get a little support. Lift your head and shoulders up. Good. We're going to go into a slow bicycle crunch. So we're going to bring that right elbow to your left knee as your right leg extends out. So we inhale, exhale, cross. Inhale, come back in. Exhale, switch legs and switch arms. Good. Inhale, come back in. Exhale, switch. Inhale, come back in. Exhale, switch. Inhale, come back in. Exhale, switch. We're going to do one more slow, and then we're going to pick up a little pace where we're not going to stop in the middle. Good. And switch, 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 switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold this last one. Hold it here. We're going to hold it cross, lift the shoulder up as well. Straight leg lifts up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it in, switch it up. And pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it in and relax. Give your knees a little hug. Give it a little side to side. So that was your ab series. Doesn't mean we're not working on the abs as much, but let's bring your feet down. Good. And we're gonna work on your glutes, just take a little break with the abs. So hands on either side. Feet are gonna be closer towards your bum, directly underneath your knees if you can. And push into your heels and lift your bum up to come up into a bridge. Good. Inhale to lower down. Good. Again, exhale to lift. So I like to do some variation on the bridge. So today we'll do 4 of these, just regular lifts. Lift up and inhale, lower down. Give me one more. Exhale, lift up. Squeeze your glutes. You want to be working on those glutes right now. Inhale, lower down. It's going to protect the lower back. Now, the next one, I want you to see if you can lift up your left leg first, cross it over the right knee, push the left knee away from you. So you want to push it away. You're going to open up through that hips. Use both sides of your glutes to lift up, but you're pushing into that right heel. Good. Inhale, lower down. Excellent. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower down. You're really working on that right glute for most of the part. Exhale, lift up. Hold it here. Hold it here. Good. Extend that left leg, out of to the front. We're gonna lower it down. So you wanna flex your foot as you lower and point your toe at the bottom. Lift up as high as you can. Flex and lower. We're gonna do that 3 times. You're still holding the bridge on the right side. Point and lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, point and lift. Good. Let's take that leg, cross it over the opposite thigh, and lower your bum down. Good. Uncross that leg. Good. Give your knees a little side to side if you need it. Now, let's do the other side. Let's take that right leg, cross it over the left knee, and push the right knee away from you. So you don't want that knee here. You want to push it away. Hands stay right here. You could use that for support. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower down. 2 more times. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower down. 1 last time. Exhale, lift up. This time we hold. Really getting strong on that left glute. Uncross that right leg and lift it straight up. Good. Flex your foot. We're going to lower it down. Inhale, point your toe, and lift up. Exhale. Flex and lower, point and lift. 1 more time. Flex and lower, point and lift. Beautiful. Cross that leg over. Lower your bum down. Once you come down, uncross. Good. Bring your knees in. Give yourself a little stretch. And just go side to side. Excellent work, guys. Hope we're feeling good. At any point you need to take a break, pause the video, grab some water. I'm not gonna pause the video. I'm gonna keep going. Good. Excellent work. Now we're gonna go straight into our roll-up. So bring your feet down and slowly extend your legs straight out. Now when you're here, focus on I'm having a hard time with this thing today, my mic. All right, we're gonna make sure your back is not completely pressed down into the mat. You still want to work on that neutral spine, so lower it down a little bit, but don't squeeze and press because you're gonna hurt your back. We're gonna work on your roll-up, so take your arms over your head as far as you feel like going, and as you exhale, start lifting your head, neck, shoulders, upper back, mid back, lower back. Come straight up, and then exhale, point your toes away and reach for your toes. I myself am not super flexible, but I keep trying. I cannot reach my toes. But you go ahead. If you can, that's fantastic. Inhale, come back up into a seated position. Exhale, draw your belly in, round your spine. Roll yourself down. Take your arms back. We're gonna go 2 more just like this. Inhale at the back and exhale, peel. And if you find that your feet are lifting up, then don't worry about it. You can bend your knees and lift it up if it works for you. But if it doesn't, let them come up. Just keep working on pushing your feet down. And hopefully at some point you will get it. So you can always have your knees bent. Inhale, exhale, lift yourself up. And inhale, straighten your legs and reach. Good. Inhale, come back. And exhale, roll yourself down. Good. Now on this next one, we're gonna come up and hold. So inhale, exhale, peel yourself up and come into a seated position. Hold it right here. I still want the legs glued together. We're gonna lift up, hold here, inhale. As you exhale, reach the right arm as far out as you can. Twisting.
Good. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, come back in. Exhale, twist again. Inhale, come back in. So as far back as you can, you're getting a nice twist through that waist. We're going to do one more. And twist. And back center. One last time. Twist. And back to the center. Now, we're going to roll down, but we're going to bring your forearms down on the mat. So you're now leaning on your forearms. We're going to bend your knees. Good. Lift your knees up. And if you can, extend your legs out. Now, you can go lower, you can go higher. I'm going to show you the higher version, will be a little easier. And we're going to do the corkscrew. Inhale, exhale, circle your legs. And we're going to switch directions. Inhale, exhale, circle your leg. Good. Again, inhale and exhale. And switch. Inhale, exhale. Good. One more. And exhale. Switch directions. Inhale, exhale. Good. Bend your knees and come all the way up. Beautiful. All right. When we started, we were on our hands and knees, and I suggested to you that's the position we're coming back into now. So a little bit work for your legs and your glutes. On your hands and knees, again, if you need to put that towel underneath your knees or underneath your wrist, go ahead. So we're here. Now, I want you to see if you can come down on your forearms. A little bit more challenging. Lift your right leg up. I want you to give me a double pulse and come down. So you're going to pulse, pulse, bring it down. Same leg, pulse, pulse, bring it down. Pulse, pulse, bring it down. The whole time, you want to make sure your hips are square. You're not rolling over to the right side, left side. Good. Pulse, pulse, bring it down. Flexing your heel, your foot, pushing up with your heel. Good. 3 more. Pulse, pulse, bring it down. Pulse, pulse. Last one. Pulse, pulse. Let's hold. Now I want you to give me 8 pulses this time. 8, 7. Squeeze that booty. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Good. Switch it up. Other leg. So double pulse and down. Double pulse and down. Double pulse and down. Good. Pulse, pulse. Bring it down. Pulse, pulse. Bring it down. Pulse, pulse. Bring it down. Excellent work, guys. Keep working on it. Just about 2 more. Pulse, pulse. Bring it down. Let's do 1 more, because I wasn't counting. Pulse, pulse. Hold it here. Now 8 pulses this time. Go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Good. Come back up onto your hands. A full tabletop position. Now, start with that right leg again. Straighten it out. Now we're going to lift it up as high as your hip. Make sure you're not rolling over onto your left side. Keep your hips square. Tap and lift. Beautiful. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Just squeeze your glute at the bottom. When you're lifting, you're not lifting too high. We don't want to arch that back. Want to keep that back nice and strong. And this is strengthening the back as well. Good. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it at the top. Now from that hip joint, circle it out. Excellent. So I'm calling this the guacamole masher. We're going to go circle, circle. For 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Let's change directions. Go the other way. So it's not a huge circle. We're just going
in little circles. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, from here, if you can, go out and tap to that side, bring it back up. Tap to the side, bring it back up. All working on that glute. Excellent. Good. Tap it to the side, bring it back in. Tap it to the side, bring it back in. You're starting to feel that left glute as well, which is fine because all your weight is being supported by that one side. 2 more. One last one. Good. Bend your knee, and we're going to go for a little break right here. Just drop your butt all the way back. Good. Reach your arms forward. And rest. Maybe just sway your hips side to side. Good. You know, we have one more side. Come back up into that tabletop position. Excellent. Extend your left leg now. Lift it up as high as your hip. Now make sure that you're not lifting too high. Point your toe down. Good. Tap and lift. Squeeze at the top, tap and lift. Not lifting higher than that hip. So I'm not doing one of these because that's going to arch my back and I'm eventually going to hurt it. Maybe not today, but that's a bad habit. So just lift as high as your hip for this exercise anyways. Good. Give me 4 more. And 3 and 2. Keep your core strong and hold it here. Circle it out. Let's go. Guacamole masher. Beautiful. Excellent. Circle. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other direction. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. We're going to take that leg and tap it all the way to the side. Lift it up in the center. Tap it to the side. Lift it in the center. Tap it to the side. You're also getting a little oblique work here. To the side. Bring it to the center. Good. 4 more. And lift. And 3. And lift. And 2. Lift. 1 more. Good. Bring that knee down. Again, give me that child's pose. Drop your butt all the way back, down to your heels. Reach your arms forward. And lower your hips down to one side. And then to the other side. Good. Back to the center. Come back up onto your hands and knees. Perfect work, guys. All right, so now while we're here, we're going to do a little bit of a bear plank. So what I need you to do is keep your hands down. If you need that extra support, you're going to use that. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees off the mat, and then tap down. We're going to start right there. We're going to lift your knees up and lower down. So we're going to do that 4 more times. And then the last one, you're going to hold for a bit. Let's go. Lift up and lower down. All about the core. Don't just push into your hands. Lift up and lower down. Give me a couple more. Lift up and lower down. Now this last one, we're going to hold for 8 seconds. So if it's too challenging, keep lifting and tapping down. See if we can hold. Let's go. Lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower it down. Beautiful work. Relax the feet. Come right back up onto your knees. Excellent work. All right. Let's just drop onto one side. Cramp. Let's come onto the side. Good. We're going to continue with that circling thing just one time. So I want you to come onto your forearm. Make sure your elbow and shoulder are in the same line. And we're going to straighten out your legs. Now when you're here, hips are stacked, one on top of each other. And if you find that you're here, which is where I am, and I did this on purpose, I want you to lift
that body up so your torso is lifted. You're just using this arm for support, and I want you to lift that top leg up and lower down. So this shoulder is not going here. We want to make sure there's a space between your ear and your shoulder. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Beautiful. Lift and lower. Last two. Last one. Good. Let's hold this one. Now we're going to bring it in and push it out. Lift up. Bring it in. Slide it out. Lift up. Bring it in. Slide it out. Good. All you're doing is bending your knee and then dragging your foot away. Lift and drag. One more. Good. And drag. Lower that leg down. Good. We're going to switch it up to the other side. Good work. Good work. Just right here. Same thing. So, elbow directly underneath your shoulder. You're in a nice straight line. Hips are stacked one on top of each other. Good. And remember, you're not slouching. We're lifting from that bottom oblique. So lift up, lower down, lift up, lower down. Don't lift too high that you start doing one of these. Make sure that your body is in line. Good. Lift. It's just the leg that you're lifting. Nothing else should be moving. Good. 3 more. Good. 2 more. Last one. Hold it up. Good. Bend your knee and then drag your foot away. Beautiful. Lift up, bend your knee, and drag your foot away. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So it's either way, you're just working with that breath. Sometimes we tend to hold our breath when we're concentrating on something. And please don't do that. Please don't do that. Good. Last one. Come on. Give me this last one. We're stretching it all out. Beautiful. Lower your legs down. Excellent work. Now, we're going to roll over onto your belly. Just to stretch it out. Good. You're going to take a nice exhale and lift your chest up. Lower the shoulders down. You're looking forward. And lower. Drop back into a child's pose. And we're going to reach your arms long to start. And then we're going to reach your arms behind you, lower your forehead down. At this point, you can let your shoulders round. That's completely okay. Good. Just relax the back. Just breathe it out. Excellent. Let's come up onto your hands and knees. Good. We're going to step out into a plank just for a very brief moment, just so that we can come into that stretch. Now, I'm going to bring my right knee in between, place it between my hands, relax that back foot. Good. And now lower your hip down. So if you would like, come onto your fingertips, lift the chest up as you push that hip down. So really feeling that stretch through that whole right leg, through that glute, through that hip. Good. Bring your arms down onto your forearms. And I'm going to ask you to just see if you feel like it, sway side to side. And I like to do this to release all the tension. Maybe you feel a little tight after working those glutes and those legs, so you want to just stretch it out. Good. Now hold it in the center. Stack your fists one on top of each other. Rest your head. So with each exhale here, you're going to feel that hip pushing down towards your mat. With each inhale, you're going to take all that positive energy, and exhale, use that to push that hip down, deepening through that stretch. Beautiful. Now you can stay here longer, pause your video and do this for longer, or come back up and we got to switch sides. So tuck your back toe under, step back.
and bring your left foot in between your hands. So sometimes you are more loose on one side onto your fingertips, and exhale, lift. And sometimes you are not. So it depends how you're feeling on that day. You do you, guys. Let's come down onto your forearms. Good. And I'm going to just sway side to side, loosen up any tension. Good. So with this summertime weather, we're walking a lot, maybe riding our bikes. So important to do a couple of these stretches. Let's bring your fists and stack them one on top of each other. Rest your head on there. And just focus on that breath. With the exhales, push that hip down a little bit more. And it doesn't mean that you're going to all be able to drop that hip down, because I'm going to totally, if I can do that, I'm totally losing my alignment. So just do whatever you feel right. Just make sure your hips are square and your weight is evenly distributed between both sides. Good. Let's bring your hands back on either side of the knee. Now I'm going to sit into my leg that was already down. I'm going to turn around because I don't want to be facing away from you. Fold your legs together. Find your sits bones. So sometimes you're going to have to adjust a little bit, which is fine. Have a seat cross-legged, or if you want to go straight leg, it's up to you. So I'm going to say I like cross-legged a little bit more. We want to sit nice and tall, shoulders down, and see if you can close your eyes just for a couple of seconds. And focus on that breath. As you inhale, think about all the positive stuff that has come out of this class, this 40 minutes, 45 minutes we've spent together. As you exhale, you're going to release all the tension. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Think about whatever you feel, just all positive though, and exhale, release all the negativity. Good. Let's open your eyes, bring your palms together at your heart center. Good. Again, one more breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, see if you can slowly bow to yourself, bow to each other with gratitude and appreciation. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Stay safe, guys.